Okay, I think I should be back now. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's see. Shoot, we lost about 300 people or 250 people. Oh, well, hopefully they come back. Okay, so I still have some of the NIO left, NIO. Waiting to see whether or not it can have a bit of a pop here. Hey guys, look at KPTI and had that big pullback. Now it is at the high of the pre-market, KPTI. Look at this. It came up on my momentum up. Of course, wow, look at it go now. Oh man, I couldn't get it at 710. I was wondering it was at 710. Now I see why. It just got halted. Yeah. Wow. Okay, so look at this, guys. So Jazz pointed out a very important fact. You know, remember now, this was a Holly alert, WLL. It's an oil play, all right? But the oil numbers were coming out at 10:30. Look what happened to it with, I'm sure, a lot of oil numbers. So there's probably excess inventory or something like that. So that's why, you know, in my opinion, you know, you're just gambling if you're in any oil play at 10:30 on a Wednesday. That's when the oil report gets released. So that was a good point out by Jazz about 10 minutes before those numbers came out. Excuse me. Oh, this is too bad. I had that at 710 and it just, then it got halted. Well, let's see. I see 716. Well, it hasn't, bid ask is not extraordinary yet. 716, 716. Is what I'm talking about. So right now, there's the bid ask. Stacking up. So if it is a 5-minute halt, this will open at, and here we go, 10:35. It'll open at 10:40, 6 seconds after 10:40 if it's going to be a 5-minute halt. Again, this is available to you. The halt resumes. One of the scans I'm sharing. Now, before I made a mistake on the browser and shutting it down on my end, I was going to go over Brokerage Plus for you guys. No, there's no, I mean, look, if it pops, then you're in chase mode. I mean, you'd have to, it's just a guess how much further it's going to go. It may drop. There's no real, you know, the advice would get in before. But, I mean, that, you know, I mean, look at the volume that came in. Look at the volume that came in. It was, you know, pretty stagnant. And then look at the volume that came in. So anyway, guys, this is what Brokerage Plus looks like. Brokerage Plus is basically an order entry window. It would replace, right now you need Interactive Brokers in order to use this. It would replace the way in which you place orders. You still need a brokerage account, and again, this only works right now with Interactive Brokers, and We get the question all the time, when will it be available for other brokers? I cannot answer that question. I don't know when or if. So right now it only works with Interactive Brokers. So how it works is that you would click on an alert, and if you want to trade it, you would indicate how many shares, and of course the market, you'll see the bid ask, short to sell, buy to buy, go long. Look at FireEye now, guys, F-E-Y-I, F-E-Y-E. Flatten, get out of a position or positions. You can use these to do it for multiple positions. Get out of half a position, you can double your position, you can reverse, go from short to long or long to short. And this is part of your standard package, all right? You just need a standard subscription for this. You can also do what we call one-click buying or selling, shorting. You can set up your buying and shorting parameters ahead of time and just choose how you want to trade. So this is part of your standard service. If you do not care about auto trading, either your own strategies or auto trading Holly, then there's nothing for you to do. This is part of your standard service. If you do want to auto trade your own strategies, then you'll have to have our premium service, and then this would be included in your premium service. And if you wanted to auto trade Holly, you would need our premium service, plus Brokerage Plus will cost you $1,100. So again, the bottom line is this: if you do not care about auto trading, then nothing for you to do. This is just part of your standard service. Speaking of which, there's KPTI. Wow, look at it go, 750, 770. This is just extraordinary. Remember now, this was a Holly alert yesterday too. I talked about it incessantly yesterday, that this could be a second day continuation. Now, granted, it did pull back at the beginning of the day, but this could be a second day continuation. Now, the other thing that we're doing with Brokerage Plus is that, and they're working feverishly on this, to create a real-time paper trading vehicle for you, all right? So what that means, I mean, this will all be real time. You don't even need, it's not connected to a broker or anything like that. This will be a standalone real time paper trading module that you can use. You know, obviously you'll be within, you'll need a Trade Idea subscription, but when you click on an alert, you want to trade it, then it'll, you just track it in this window and it'll all be real time. When that happens, I can't tell you exactly, but that is their one of the number one things that they're working on right now, the paper trading module. The other thing that is, you can see right now, no more 3 Hollies. It'll be one window again, and so a lot easier to track. I have access to it because I'm on a development version. But, so I'm assuming that this should be, relatively soon, it'll be made available to everybody. There are some bugs. We've detected some bugs in it. That's why we can't release it yet. Yeah, they mentioned that yesterday. It doesn't make that much difference to me because it can, as I'm always sorting on the risk on profit percent all day long, so I know the profitable trades. Oh man, that is too bad for me. I mean, I had it all set up, 710, click. And it hadn't been halted yet. It got halted literally about 2 seconds later. Oh, well. Somebody said they've launched their website. I mean, man, that reminds me of the old .com days. Launch a website, stock goes up 1,000%. And they got okay. Well, let's just check to see. Is it possible to see the volume coming into the stock? Okay, take that to tech support. All right. Again, we just try to keep this stocks only. All right, stocks only, and you can click on the either off topic or tech support tab for questions like that. We try to keep this just for stocks only. So I'm not sure I understand the question. Volume coming at the open before, you mean literally at the open? I mean, okay, guys, NIO may not be dead. NIO may not be dead. Yeah, I still have a little bit. I don't have that much. I still have a little bit of NIO. Okay, guys, sorry, I'm just FireEye still looks FEYI still looks good. I mean, if it takes out 1531, I'm not in it, but if it takes that out, that could be another nice little run. Sticking a little around 331, see if it can take that. I might even add then. So, Renata, I don't understand the question exactly. I mean, we have a, you know, we can see everything in the pre-market, so we see the pre-market volume, if that's what you mean. No, whether that, just because there's pre-market volume does not mean the stock is going to continue up, but so maybe to answer your question, yes. There were a couple of things, but it was a Holly alert yesterday too. I talked about that yesterday, I say incessantly. I remember we were talking about this area right there. Oh, it's crazy that I missed that. I just can't chase it. Yeah, I mean, the NIO, I just have my alert set for 3:30. If it pops through, I may add back. Well, you may have been a little upset here though. If you had bought right there, it did fall all the way back to 6. Well, watching the fire eye here, I mean, what's the spread like? Great spread, only a penny spread. This takes this out. It's got room. Next high looking left is 1579. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't usually agonize like this, but this is 9:30. Well, okay, here's the next level, 9:35, right up here. And that's for the KPTI. Semantics actually starting to drift down just a little bit, tick by tick by tick. It just keeps making new little lows. So it's a pretty big drop actually, over about $1.50, maybe $1.40 from the high in the pre-market to where it is right now for SYMC, Semantic. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Somebody asked about news a little while ago. Look at Canopy, by the way. CGC, big recovery. It's probably positive, almost positive now. Again, co-CEO, somebody saying that the guy was fired. Yeah, he was terminated. Okay. Well, that's the spin they're putting on. Terminated. Interesting. Anyway, as far as news is concerned, now we do have a deal with Benzinga. Let me just see. Click on the subscriptions link right there. And there's the promo code to use, Trade Ideas, all in capital letters. So for those of you who are looking for more instant access to news, we have a deal with Benzinga. You'll get 20% off a subscription. You know, there's a free trial you can have. For other sort of news, you know, I mean, what I do is I right now just use my IB headline news, okay? It's the Interactive Brokers. If your broker doesn't have news like that, you can always do something like this. If you right-click on an alert and send to the web, we have a few news sites here, Yahoo and FinViz, etc., or a custom. You can put in your own website that you want to go to find news. Once you do that, let's say we'll go to Yahoo. If you check the use symbol linking, and watch what happens every time I change a symbol or click on a symbol, you'll see the news. You know, now is it the absolute? There we go. Yeah, Kellogg is setting on a fake meat gold mine bigger than Beyond Meat. There you go. So Jazz, your question about does Kellogg's have something to do with fake meat? I guess yes. So you can actually keep this up in a, you know, just like any other window. You can take a look at the headlines all day long. I don't use that because with this, I don't have to scroll down. So, you know, I see the headline right at the top. I don't have to scroll down like I do on the other sites. But that's what you can do. Well, you can use Benzinga, but it'll cost you. You know, it will cost. If you want that real time, it'll cost you. But we do have a deal with them, 20% off. So up to you. Yeah, Neo. I'm just waiting on that. See, we get the bid up to like 331 or something, and I'll probably add back some of what I sold. Yes. The code is right. So here's your link. So click on the subscription link, and there's the code. Maybe I'll just see if that works. The promo code is Trade Ideas, all in capital letters, okay? But there's the link right there in the subscription area. Sorry, in the subscription area. There's the link to use, and then use the promo code Trade Ideas, all in capital letters. Okay. The other thing I didn't go over is the ebooks that we have. A lot of you, again, click on subscriptions link, and we have 3 ebooks here for people who are more interested in longer term trades. So you can click on these links right here. Swing trading, range break pullbacks, active investing, okay? All free, of course. Well, anybody can do what they do, but you know, Jason, it's like anything else. When you're first into it, usually you will be the leader. Granted, some of these bigger companies getting into it can hurt them, but when you're first, at least for a while anyway, your gold. And look, I mean, you cannot dispute the fact that Beyond Meat, yes, it's pulled back from the absolute highs it had, but remember the IPO was priced at what, $20 or so? Well, as an IPO, they were, I guess. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to do my video now. I know it's 11 o'clock. So I'm actually going to do my video right now. What time is it? 10, 11 o'clock? Probably about 11:15 I'll be back. Give me a second here. Just got to. Yeah, well, obviously not back at 150, so should be a fairly quick video. So I'll be back probably in about 15 minutes. I'll just do the video right now. All right, guys, I'm back. All right, so watching the NIO to see if it can take out that 330 level. If not, just move on. OSS looks like it really now is over. Look at MLNT, mini rip mode here for MLNT. Oh, I see. I see. It wasn't a launching of a website. I see. Of course, that makes more sense. You know, there was a company, I can't remember. You guys probably will, one will remember. That happened with another bio or some company last year sometime. They leaked something on the website and then they had to deny it, and then it came back about a week later. Anybody remember the name of that company? I remember that happened. But egg on the collective faces. Okay, yeah, so this is now halted because of news. All right, news. That might not be the good one, especially if they have to come out and say, sorry, we made a mistake, or should not have been leaked, et cetera, et cetera. Exactly. So that is, but you know what? There probably is, they probably are getting FDA approval. So even if it falls, it could be worth watching later on. Okay, Rick, what platform are you trying to link to? Yeah, Thinkorswim. Anybody has Thinkorswim? I know there's a little more gyrations you have to go through. If you want, you can go to the home page. With websites, it definitely works with websites. I mean, it depends on the website, of course, but you know, listen, we don't link to everything in the world. We link with many websites, though. You know, for instance, if I do this in the send to the web, I mean, we can't know every website that is out there, but I mean, we certainly link with Yahoo and FinViz on the drop downs and some of these other ones. All right, well, Yahoo, I mean, it definitely, if you pick Yahoo, I mean, I'm demonstrating it right on my screen that it's linking. You know, I'm changing, clicking on the symbol, and there it is. If it doesn't work, I'm afraid I can't help you. You're going to have to go to tech support. Are you using the app, or are you in the web-based version of our product? I'm not even sure our web-based version you can do that, but are you using the app? I have no answer. I mean, you can see that it definitely, if you use the drop-down menu and you pick Yahoo and you check use symbol linking, it will definitely work. So the only thing I can suggest you do is go to the homepage and start a live chat with one of our tech guys. Okay, I have no answer for that. I'll give you the I'll give you the link to our homepage, and you'll see where it says start live chat or something to that effect. Okay, well, so again, the send to web. Now when it says Yahoo, that should be it. I mean, again, this is, you see the drop-down menu, right? And you pick Yahoo, that's it. Oh, well, I'll pick FinViz, but you pick Yahoo, that's it. Now, if you want, you know, you have to check use symbol linking if you want it to change every time you click on a symbol. Maybe that's what you didn't do. Use symbol linking, check that. And once you do that, every time you click on a symbol, it'll change. You don't use it in the external linking window. Ah, I see. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah, don't use the external linking. Tools. Sorry. Right-click on a symbol, or right-click on a chart. Doesn't really matter what, but right-click on the symbol. Send to the web. Okay. So right-click on a symbol, send to, and then pick web. Make sure you're able to do that. Okay, again, right-click on a symbol. See where it says send? Okay, so right-click on a symbol. When you do that, then click on send, and you have all these options. One of them is web. Okay, and then once you do that, then this is a drop-down menu. One of them being Yahoo. Okay. Yes, no? I can do it again, but I'll do it step by step. Well, it shouldn't be I think so. It either works, you know, again, right click, send. This pops up. Are you able to get that? Okay. So when you right click, you get this menu that allows you to, one of the options being send. You get that? Okay. And then this pops up, right? And then one of the options is web. Right? I'm waiting for a Y for yes. One of the options is web, okay? Click on web. And now this box should pop up, web link. And up here in that box right there, it's a drop-down menu where you have several you can pick from, one of them being Yahoo. Yes? I can't, is that a yes? I can't tell if that's another yes. The web link doesn't come up. So what you're saying is that when you click on web, you're not getting this box. You're not getting the web link box. But it is one of the options here. It does say web, and it's not grayed out. It is one of the options that you see. And when you click on it, I don't think it matters if you left click or right click. It doesn't matter if you're right click or web or, well, I have no answer. I have no answer for you if you're not getting this pop-up. So what I would do is then go to the home page. I have no answer for that. Sorry. Go to the homepage and start a live chat. If this box is not popping up, and I honestly don't know why. Sorry. And it doesn't look like it's grayed out. It's not grayed out. It looks like looks like it should be a clickable link. Are you on the demo, or you have our product, right? You're not on a demo? But you're not getting this box at all. You're not getting this at all when you click on, okay, just wanted to make sure. You're not getting this box at all when you click on web. Okay. Yeah, I can't help you. I'm sorry, I wish I could. I just cannot help you. You know, this is a drop-down menu. And you just pick whatever, but if you're not getting this web link box at all, then go to the homepage and explain it. And I tried to help you, and they might have to go to your, they might have to go into your system just to see what's going on. Sorry about that. An ad blocker. Yeah, I mean, okay, actually, that's a good point. Thanks, Jazz. Do you have pop-ups? Maybe you have pop-ups blocked or something like that. Is there something that's, I don't know what browser you're using, but it might be something like that. I didn't think of that. So sometimes pop-ups, you know, are disabled, or you're not, and you have to literally say, okay, allow this pop-up. That might be it. Thanks, Jazz. All right, excuse me, all right. You're just sort of looking at, yeah, I mean, it's starting to fade down. Sorry, fade down. I'm at the market is starting. I'm not getting any alerts now. I just got one alert now. I'm not getting any alerts anymore. So time is 11:27. So another hour and a half. Yeah, nice. CRVS. Well, this is a news halt, though. Okay, it is not. This is not a volatility halt. Way different. Way different. Yeah, I mean, I see for this 888, 891, but it's a news halt, guys. So kind of personal, Eric. I mean, you know, I would never devote 15% to a single trade, though. Let's put it that way. You know, a lot of people say, what, 2% or something like that. I don't even know anymore, to be honest. Yeah, it's how much I'm willing to risk on the trade. Well, I guess what happened is that they announced that they had FDA approval on their website, but that may not. It may have been a mistake. They're putting it there because the FDA, of course, has to make that announcement before they can. And so it appears that, you know, I mean, I haven't looked at everything, but it appears that they may have accidentally put the FDA approval on their website before the FDA actually announced it. Come on, give him the benefit of the doubt. Oh yeah, I mean there could be repercussions. Listen, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know 100%, but they may have been told by the FDA that you will get permission or something like that. So maybe they had it all prepared and somebody hit the button. I don't know. There you go. So it's decision on July the 6th. I mean, it sounds like they probably will get the approval, but they jumped the gun. Somebody made a mistake or quote unquote a mistake. Well, it may have been a while before anybody even realized, from the SEC or that this was happening. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the circuit breaker hit a couple of times or once. Anyway, it's all conjecture, guys. Nothing we can do about it until it opens. Well, I do know this. There's nothing we can do about it until it opens. If you're stuck in it, I mean, it still may be okay. I would anticipate a drop just because, if they're caught sort of egg on their face, etc. But ultimately, it still could be good. I mean, if the news is legit that they are going to get FDA approval, but we won't know. Okay, guys, give me about a couple of minutes. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right. Well, that Corvus kept moving and moving and moving. Nice call, Vicky. I don't know where you got in. To me, it was going to be a chase for me. So, well, what's the news on this? Could get halted, guys. CRVS. I see okay. There was a big share purchase, insider share purchase, I guess. So that is the reason for Corvus. 650,000 shares. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, it says. This is the headline I see. 657,000 shares? Really? Wow. Well, that'll do it. That is a ton of, if that can be believed, I mean, that's a lot of money. That's what, 3.6 million or $4 million worth. Well, no, it's halted. Our Prado, it's halted. So you can't do anything until it becomes unhalted. This just keeps drifting down, penny by penny by penny. Semantic, SYMC. Might be interesting if it takes out 25, to be honest. I mean, it might just keep drifting down. Good stuff, Eric. Well, yeah, I mean, the news, again, if they mistakenly put the information on the website before they were supposed to, of course, that's not good. But hey, maybe people are saying that they're going to announce the news on Saturday. The FDA will release on Saturday. Who knows? Maybe they'll keep it halted until then. Anyway, we can't do anything about it. Continuing to watch the NIO here just to see if it I still have a little bit of this left, just in case it takes this out here. So I'll have my alert set up at 3:30ish. My guess is CGC went positive. Yeah, look at that, went positive. So after the turfing of the co-CEO, initial reaction was all the way down to 36.50. But a $4 pop from that low in the pre-market. It can. So listen, guys, let's get off the topic of, if you want to discuss it, go off topic as far as the KPTI is concerned, okay? I'm just trying to find out the news for that one, ADXS, to see whether or not it's news related specifically to today, why it is dropping as much as it is. Oh, okay. So they're doing a share offering. ADXS is doing a share offering. That's why that one is being hit. Expand the chat window vertically, covering the alerts section. Well, you have options here. I don't know if this is going to help you. You have all-in-one, which is everything, presentation only, alerts and chat only, alerts only. Does that help you? If you click on the page layouts, you do have these options. I don't know if that helps you. Wow, look at Fran. You're absolutely right. I mean, craziness again, reverse split yesterday. No specific. Well, they did make an executive change, but yeah, look at that. Shoot, I missed this one completely. I know it's a reverse split from yesterday. Now you can open this trading room as many times as you want. I know that's what some people do. And then position your windows as you want, I suppose. I know there are some in the room that do that. MLNT guys, take a look at this one on the 5-minute little break here. Let's see if it can hold through 8. This is the 880 is the high. Remember this one yesterday? They had the big upgrade, I think, yesterday. RVLV. Now it's just it sold off, and now it continues to sell here. What I'm going to do is stick an alert right there, 3167. Probably won't happen today, but takes that out. That could create a real free fall situation. I always hate seeing something that says you're stuck in it. The only reason you can be, I'm not trying to dump on you, but the only reason you're stuck in it, obviously, is because you didn't put a stop in and get out. There's a difference between, the KPTI, which is halted, and you can't know that. But with the RVLV, if you're in it, you should have a stop. And if it hit your stop, you should get out. I'm sure you know that now. You're right. There's the 200-day moving average, 812. All right, Perigo on the move here. PRGO. Now, what sort of resistance do we have? It's not that far away. Yeah, but you still should have a stop, you know. You can catch, I mean, you know, we don't recommend catching falling knives or anything like that, but you should still have a stop. One moment, please. Yeah, Dove has had a great another week. Not quite the volume that it had last week, but another great week for Dova. So there's a little bit of room to that 1950 area, actually a couple of dollars to the next highs on the weekly chart for DOVA. All right, well, this one now, let's see what it does here. Is it going to really pop off that 200-day? The next level is, yeah, it's still far enough away. Looking at the weekly chart, the high is around $9 for MLNT. But let's see how well it clears that 200-day moving average. The best would be a little bit of a base and then a pop on some volume for MLNT. Yeah, we talked about BRFS earlier on, probably on Monday. Yeah, on that weekly chart. Yeah, we talked about that one. 942, the next high is looking left on the weekly chart. And you're talking about a 5-minute cross, I take it right there. It hasn't happened yet, but it could happen, yep. Yeah, actually, expand this a little bit. Yeah, so we had that first pre-market, hardly anything going on after the pop. First hour, nothing, and now you're right. A nice little pops in the market. Viper funny. All right, guys. So things are, what are the CR? Yeah, look at the pullback, 693 all the way down to here. So that's a 2-bar pullback on the 15 on the 5-minute. Big topping tail for CRVS. Apron, really? Yeah, interesting. I mean, they did the reverse split a few weeks ago. Some volume coming in, definitely some volume coming in. What did Yuma do today? Remember, people, yeah, nothing. So this is the reverse split today. Little bit of action in the once the market opened. A little bit of action pre-market. A little bit of action once the market opened. But nothing shaking. No, AMCR, remember that one? Yeah, popped pre-market, market open, got all the way up to 1185, pulled back, starting to move a little bit again. Spin off, I guess. Yeah, I think why not stick an alert right up here, see if it takes that out. Well, a couple of these little shippers, I see this GSL popping, a ship popping, SHIP popping a little bit here. No, I'm going to keep watching this, guys. I mean, this MLNT could give a bit of a late day trade if it can clear that 200-day moving average. It's stuck right there. So maybe I'm sticking an alert at 820. It hit there twice on the 15-minute chart. No video. What do you mean by that? NVCN just triggered for me. Why? Oh, I guess it hit. Okay. What do you mean no video? Oh, that's what triggered. Okay. All right, I'm in it. I have my price alert set and it popped right through it. I actually was just in the process of deleting price alerts and I got the alert. So 816 for the MLNT. Let's see if that holds. No screen? I'll tell you in a second if there's no screen. Okay, first of all, I have to make sure is no screen for everybody. All right, so if you have a black screen, do a refresh. Do a refresh, that might help. And if not, then it's you have to disable your Chrome, the hardware accelerator in Chrome. Well, you better not see me. Refresh worked, okay. Yeah, we've had a little issue this week. It seems people not seeing the screen, and it's not because they don't have the browser or the hardware accelerator disabled. It's just something kind of weird is going on. But the refresh seems to work, so okay. Yeah, it depends, I suppose, on your graphics card, things like that. I don't have a technical answer for it, but usually it's a quick fix, so that's okay. No, it's almost a red bar ignored too, almost. That topping tail just sneaking above that green candle. So, I have an alert set up here. See if I can take that out. Everything it has going for it right now, anyway, is the bottoming tail on that 15-minute chart. And again, just to refresh my memory here, $9 is the high looking left. Now it's starting to drift back down to that 200-day. So I just got to be careful. And the spread just got stupid. So we'll see. So it's basically right where I bought it, 816 on the bid. If it drops down to 812 or 810, I'm out, and I can always get back in. But right now, you got that doji, so total uncertainty. Hey, no problem, Eric. Okay, 812, 819. Just get that bid to catch up to the ask. Low float situation again, 8 million in the float. So haven't seen this one for a long time. Apps. Yeah, I mean, it's trend is up on the weekly, nothing astonishing, but still. No, that's not going to happen. But the trade's not settling. Again, let's take it off topic, please. Well, I mean, if that bid had got down to 807, even if I was probably going to get out. It could have been 807, 812. I would have got out. I mean, I'm not gonna mess around. All I'm saying, obviously, is when you see I can't move it over. Why not? Just a second. I just want, obviously, I mean, if I'm in a stock and I see it, for the MLNT, so at one point, I don't know, maybe it was 811, 817. Well, I want the bid to catch up to that 817 ask. That's all. I'm just trying to spur it on a bit. I mean, right now, you want that bid to catch up to that ask. That's too wide a spread for an $8 stock. Yeah, jury's still out on that. If we get the bid into the 830s, I'll be happy. It may not happen. Yeah, I mean, if it got down because I don't know, then the next they could just drop the bid down to $8 or something. I'm not going to mess around. That's just me, Alex. All right. I'm just not going to mess around. You never know what could happen. So. All right, looking a little bit better, a little bit better. Get that bid, get that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I got rid of some guys. Because it's a low float. One of the, that's the problem. That can be the problem with a low float situation. The low float works for you, but it can work against you too. Now let's see. So you can hold at 830. What is the float? The float is the number of shares that are in theory available for trading. So, well, we have not talked about the float for a bit. So for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about when we're talking about the float, the lower that number is, the better if a stock's in play. In play meaning news, earnings, something like that, because all of a sudden you're chasing, you have a low number and you have a lot of people chasing a stock and there's not that much available to trade. So I haven't used my real estate analogy for a while. So imagine you were in a little cul-de-sac with 100 homes and you were the only one wanting to sell your home and you listed it for $500,000 or something. And all of a sudden you had 10 buyers coming in, looking at it, all placing bids higher and higher and higher. Well, the float out of the 100 homes, the float basically is one home, and you've got tremendous, for whatever reason, you've got tremendous activity of people wanting your home. So that is what's going to cause the price to go up. Now flip it. You want to sell your home, and 20 other people on the block want to sell their home, all listing at 500,000, and you've only got one person coming in who's looking. What's going to happen? You're going to have to keep dropping your price if you want to sell your home. So it's just supply and demand. So the float basically is you take the number of shares outstanding and you start subtracting what all the insiders own, mutual funds. Not that mutual funds are going to be owning anything like an MLNT, but that gets you down to the float number. Okay, so that's basically what that's all about, just supply and demand. Low supply, the float, high demand for whatever reason, that's what can happen. But of course it can dry up just like that too. All of a sudden when the demand completely dries up, then you can have just a sudden drop. So you got to be very careful with these. I don't know what the sweet spot is. I mean, obviously the lower the better. I mean, some people will say anything under 30 million. My filter right there is under 10 million. I don't know if there's really a sweet spot, but it all depends on what you're used to trading too. If you're used to trading a Facebook, Amazon, Google with high floats, 100 million float will seem low to you. So, but that's why, I mean, when you look at it, and this is why I question AMCR. That can't be the right number. It just can't be 12,000 in the float. If that were the case, this stock would be, $100 now. And the problem is with our supplier is that this obviously went through a reorganization, and sometimes it's hard to get at least our supplier seems to have a hard time getting a true fix on what the float number is. But there's the magic of the 200-day, guys. I mean, once it wasn't clear sailing. Once it cleared it tested it one more time, and then it just popped off it. And plus, yeah, you've got a pretty decent sized short float percent. So of that float, 21% was short. All right, I'm out more 837-ish, okay? Sorry. Yeah, sorry, 837. That's probably it for me in terms of trades. So again, for everybody who thinks that the market can be completely dead on a half day before a holiday, I mean, sure, maybe if you're looking at the Facebooks and some of the higher profile stocks, but I mean, that's not what we do. We do so well at identifying, alpha situations. It's that simple. 1 o'clock. I mean, look at this. They're not talking about this on CNBC. Yeah, to a certain extent. I mean, I obviously wish I had held a little bit more, but that's okay. I mean, you just never know. You can't get too greedy with these, and I also, there is the just a second. There's the high is $9 right there on the weekly chart. Just one moment, please. Yeah, Julian mentioned Be Like Water mentioned LK early, choppy though, but taking a nice little pop now. Nice to hear Long for Life. I don't know. I have no idea why it's up. No idea. I don't see any. Again, guys, I don't have time. I'm not. This is not dumping on you. I'm just saying that this is all I look at. Okay, if I don't see an immediate headline here, I don't have time to look at Twitter or really dive into it. So if I don't see a headline, I have too many other things I have to do. So all I cared about was the fact that it was trying to clear the 200-day moving average. It's been a multi-day mover, multi-week mover anyway. I mean, it's had a nice bounce. I mean, man, 2 weeks ago, guys, this was a $1.45 stock 2 weeks ago. The low was $1.70. Sorry, $1.70 2 weeks ago. Yes, yes and no. Oh, well, I shouldn't say yes. What I've done is, if you click on the scans tab, every scan that I'm sharing, and there are some that you won't see because they're on my other two monitors that I have, but everything you see on the shared monitor will be here. You just have to find it. Okay, they're all, hopefully they make sense the way I've named them. Or you can click on the Room Drive. Looks like a half open folder, and scans that I share, download, and you can look at them at your leisure. It'll download into a Word document, okay? And then you can look at your leisure, and you can pick and choose which scans you want. All right? That makes sense? Well, again, I mean, it's just simply clicking on the link, scans that I share, download, then you'll see all the different scans, or click on the scans tab. Here they all are. Okay, and it's just a matter of picking and choosing which ones you want. Oh, that was you. Okay, yeah, I asked you to come into the room and ask me. Oh, okay. So what was your question then, really? Is it that you don't know how to load a link, or? Yeah, the reason I don't do that, Joe, is that I have so many different I don't have them all open, but I have so many windows, and most people will not want every single window. It's that simple. So that's why I do it, maybe a little bit of work, but a la carte. You pick and choose which scans you want. Okay, so I mean, you see them here. Gap up, gap down, low floaters on the move, up the most, up the most. I mean, here I have one, two, three, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are nine scans that you see. So if you want, if you want all these exactly, then maybe just copy down the names of them. Yeah, and keep coming into the room. I mean, that's why I'm here, to help, especially for new people, for trade ideas. As far as these, I mean, these are my little thumbnail charts. Wow, by the way, look at fuel cell. Oh man, got clobbered. Tried to hit that $1 mark. I mean, it's still up 18%, don't get me wrong, but just fell off that $1. Well, I don't have something that's called high of day momentum scanner. Okay, I don't have, but I mean, all you have to do, for instance, here's a momentum up, right? And this will be a high of the day. So if you want to restrict, maybe that's what your question was, as I recall. If you want to restrict the price, so if you have it up and running, momentum up, because this will do it. Just right click, configure, click on the summary, and then here's the price range. And all you have to do is click on the icon, left click on the icon, and then this will pop up. And I'm probably going a little fast, but I'll do it again. And then here's how you can just change the max if you want to, make it $10 or whatever that number is. And you'll see in the summary how it is now changed. Okay, so it's easy enough. It's easy enough to make the changes yourself. So, call this a boilerplate, or like a boilerplate, and then all you have to do is look at the filters, and you can make the adjustments yourself. Well, maybe it's the low floaters on the move. Maybe that's it. All of these are high of the day. And so maybe it's the low floaters on the move, because the low floaters on the move, this is, between 50 cents and $10. This is a momentum. The last minute has to be 2,000% of normal. So, and it's restricted to 10 million in the float. So yeah, it's a matter of, there's nothing magical to these. I mean, I always tell people you can adjust them to as you see fit. Well, let's see. Can it break? Can it break 850 again? Frenchie, are you in the room? I see there's an email that you sent. Are you in the room by any chance? I can ask. I can. Way easier. I'll say this again, guys. If you have questions for me and you're in the room, please ask me in the room. It's way easier for me to answer a lot of the questions, so I can either demonstrate right for you or answer them rather than my trying to answer in an email. So, so I'll ask Frenchie, are you in the room? Yeah, not a good day for Holly for sure. In fact, we see that a lot. I almost would tell the guys not to have Holly run on half days. All right, so maybe Frenchie. Mike, Denis, who sent me the long email. No, you're not in the room. All right, doesn't look good for the MLNT to crack that 50 mark right now. Tried. HZNP. Okay, so there's the cross. 25.6 is a little far away. Over the VWAP, 25.18. For me, anyway, a little far away. All right, so this one was an IPO from, was that Friday? Monday, Tuesday, well, yeah. So this was an IPO on Friday, doing pretty well. KRTX. Looks like there's the high right there. So, and it almost touched it today. So what I'm going to do is stick an alert up in that area. It may take it out next week or Friday, who knows? Doubt it'll do it today. Not very much volume. Just one moment, please. All right, guys, I'm going to be interrupted maybe for about 5 minutes, and then I'll come right back. Yeah, it's only going to show. It's not going to show. It's not going to show. What happened in the past unless you do a history. Okay, one moment, please. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Okay. All right, guys, I'm now back. So Sorry, who asked it? Joe, you asked a question about, yeah, so if you just load it, you're not going to see, you're not going to see what happened right at the beginning of the day. You're only going to see the last couple. All right, so that will be the reason. Obviously, the MLNT, completely out of it now. I don't even know if MLNT was shortable. Yeah, not shortable for me at Interactive Brokers. Yeah, Yuma, you're right. It could be. There's a nice little pop here for Yuma. Again, be careful. It's a reverse split, so there are only about 600,000 shares in the float right now. So Joe, did that make sense to you? Just when you load it for the first time, if I duplicate this, you too, Real. I'll wish a great happy 4th of July to all my US friends. See what happens when I duplicate it. So that's like I loaded it for the first time. I'm only going to see the last one, maybe two. Okay, you're not going to see them all. And then going forward, you'll see the latest ones. Obviously, the ones that start alerting. Well, it's just that Interactive Brokers didn't have any shorts readily available. That's all. I can tell if something is shortable. It's just not. I would have to search for them, and I just don't do that. Depends on the broker. That's why we get a question not all the time, but many times we get the question, do you have a filter for stocks that are shortable? And the answer is, it doesn't make sense to have one because every broker is different. I may have shorts and you may not have shorts, and vice versa. It all depends on so a filter would be completely irrelevant. Yeah, another less than half an hour to go. Of course, I'm going to stay. I'm going to stay open, of course, till the 1 o'clock. I'm not going to shut down early. Well, the YouTube feed, you shouldn't, I don't know if it's going to confuse you. The YouTube feed is about a 15-second delay. Yeah, but again, it depends on your broker, newbie. It just depends on your broker. I could have shorts and you may not have shorts. All brokers, there's no universal shorts are available. If you have a broker like IB, you can tell whether shorts are available very, very quickly. There's a little, right underneath the order entry, there's a shortable icon, and it tells you if shorts are available or not and how many. No, Joe, don't get confused about the YouTube feed. It's just the YouTube feed is delayed by 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, it's got nothing. That's just YouTube. That's just the way it works. When you see any alert window is real time. So when you get an alert in a in an alert window, that's a real time alert. Top lists, but it's a different function. A top list update every 30 seconds, but it's a different function. Well, then it really doesn't matter. I mean, if a stock is not shortable, it's not shortable across every single broker out there. I don't know of situations like that, but there's KRTX, guys. Man, I was mentioning it just a while back, thinking that this could be a play for Friday, but so remember, what a top list does, Joe, it doesn't, you know, it's not caring so much if a stock is making a new high of the day. But let's just say, for instance, you wanted to see the stocks that were up most for the day. They don't necessarily have to be making new highs. In fact, they could be dropping. But you just want a list of stocks that are up most the day in a percentage wise. No, that YouTube feed has it's, you know, it's exactly the same. It's got to be. You know, I'm just displaying this on YouTube, but it's a 15-second delay on YouTube. But that's a limitation to YouTube. It's got nothing to do with trade ideas. So look at that pop for Yuma and then right back down. So if you're going to play that, you got to be so careful. What I would do, Joe, anyway, is I would not watch YouTube. I mean, you're in the room, just watch, you know, this is, in my opinion, what you should be watching. It's going to be too confusing. Okay, you've got something else is going on then. See, the problem when I look at my YouTube feed, this is what I see, and it's going to start to lag. So I don't know what, I don't honestly don't know what you're talking about. You are not on the same, then that's not me. There's no lady, just me. Okay, the only text to voice I have is on the gap ups and gap down. That's the, for me. So you've got something else going on. Remember, anything that you have downloaded, I have sound alerts on every one of them. So the only one I've got a sound alert on that has, as you call it, the lady's voice, the gap up and gap down. but I have an idea now. I understand what's going on. You see, I have this sorted. If you notice, I think I know what's going on then. I have a view mode that is only going to show me the ticker one time. It'll show me every time it makes a new high, but I'm only going to see the ticker one time. It's not going to be over and over the symbol over and over every time it makes a new high. Let me see if I can explain that better. Okay, let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Well, why are you not, okay, Splintersome, can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me now. All right. So let me, I'll get back to you, Joe. Yeah, it's the way I've got this, the view mode. If I did this, I needed a different browser. Okay, so try it again then with the browser, with the browser that you can hear me with. All right, because it definitely works. If I click, watch, if I click subscriptions, and then I click on subscribe to Trade Ideas, I get this window. So there's your window. Click on whatever subscription, there you go. Click on whatever subscription you want. There are only 4 choices. All right, so let's just say you start off with a standard yearly plan. Click on it. And there's the promo code that you'll put in. All in caps, right? Whoops, sorry. Okay, all in caps, July 4th sale, and apply. And done. If it's not working, as I said, I can't tell you why it wouldn't be working for you. All right, okay. Okay, so try it now that you're in Chrome, okay? Yeah, and Joe, the reason I do this is that I don't want to see this. I don't want to see the ticker over and over. I do want to see it every time it makes a new high, and it's just the way you can view it. That's all. If I went to this scan here, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you see quote a couple of times every time it's making a new high. All right, now I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the symbol over and over and over again. In this particular window, I don't. In this window, I do. You know, it's just a preference, and it's just the way I have viewed it. So maybe that's the reason. So it's not that you're seeing more different symbols. You're just not seeing the symbol over and over again. So if you wanted to, see it over and over and over again, you would just right click. I'm going to duplicate the window because I don't want to see it. So I'm just going to show you how you can do that if you do want to see that. So you right click and then go to properties and view mode. Typically, this is what everybody has, newest first. And if you click on newest first, then you will see the symbol over and over and over again. Like it might be a little bit to take all in right now, but you know, keep coming into the room. and I can continue to help you and other people, of course. You're right. So I didn't. They weren't waiting till Friday. So there you go. So, oh well, I think somebody said they were kind of trapped in it. So at least it is now official. It approves new treatment. So it is official. So let's see what happens. Let's see if they open it today, or time is it right now? They're only 13 minutes to go. So they may not open it today. You too, La Risa. You're always good for me to practice my my R rolls. It's not so much an advantage. It's if you don't mind seeing the same symbol over and over and over and over again, so it gets hammered home, then that might be an advantage to you. I don't mind it in the multi-strategy window. Okay, maybe it's sort of because I get so many different alerts, but so it's not an advantage or disadvantage. It's just how you want to view things, if that makes sense. I typically only want to see, for me personally, I only want to see the symbol, especially if it's a fairly active window. I mean, momentum up. I mean, look at all the different symbols there are in here. If I had to see that same symbol over and over and over and over again, I mean, for me, it'd be too much. That's all. So are you talking about how to get this view? So you only see the symbol once? Okay, so all you do is just right click, properties, view mode, and these keep popping out, and then group and sort by, and then here it is. Just follow this, keep newest, sort by time, and direction is descending, okay. So the newest, there it is. You're sorting by time. I want to see the latest ones, and in descending. That all makes sense? So keep the newest right on top. Time on top, the latest one. And then in descending order, time-wise. And that'll do it. Well, there's another way, Greg, too. If you don't want to, you don't have to use that view mode to do it. You can also do something like, oops. So one, for instance, if I right click, properties, and don't repeat. So that pops up, and then I have various, if I don't want to see the symbol, this is a drop-down menu. So 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15, 30 a day, or don't repeat for the day, or don't repeat ever. So if I only want to see it one time for the day, then I could use that, or I could pick a different time frame. So it's not going to. So let's just say a stock is really running. I'll only see it, and I don't want to see it like every single time it makes a new high. So I can say, okay, just show me every 1 minute, or 5 minutes, 15. So it's just a selection. Okay. No, I don't keep the room open after hours. No. Okay, so yeah, yes and no. I mean, you can go to a news source of your choice, Mike. If you right click, and I'll answer your question, Joe. If you right click, send to the web. Okay, so you're just right click on a symbol, send to the web. Now this box will pop up, so you can, here are some that we have already for you if you want to choose any one of them. Probably not very much after hour trading today. It's like a Friday. And so you just pick whatever newsfeed you want, or custom. You can put in your own website that you might want to go to. Okay, and then if you check use symbol linking, then every time you click on a symbol, it'll go to that. Get out of here. Okay, it'll just keep going to the news. Okay. And we do have a deal with Benzinga. So that if you want a sort of a so-called live news feed, the promo, let's see. I'll answer your question too, Joe. Just give me a second here. I know the email finally went out, so. Okay, it looks like it's good until Sunday, all right? So that would be 11:59 p.m. Sunday night, Eastern time. Okay? But Splinter, go here. Tell Kelly that you've been talking to me and for some reason you cannot apply the promo code, and she'll do it for you. Just tell her you're talking to me. And you use this link. Okay, so there's the link to use, and just tell Kelly, hey, I'm having trouble filling out a subscription. Okay, why did SNNA, let's see. Okay, so are you talking about on the low floaters? Why it did not pop up on the low floaters? Typically, a reason for something not popping up is because there's a filter in place that won't allow it. And I can tell you right now, so there's 19 million in the float. I have a max of 10 million in this one. You can change it, you know. Okay, guys, again, yes, you can do month to month. So there's a promo code. You can do month to month. Now, if you go month to month, that promo, the 25% off, only good for the first month. After that, it'll go to the regular price. So just so you know. But, you know, if you, at any point within 1 month, 30 days of taking out a subscription, you decide you want to upgrade, say from monthly to yearly or from standard to premium, you can do so and we'll honor that promo code. So Joe, does that make sense? You asked why SNNA did not appear. I'm not sure what scanner you're talking about. If you're talking about the low floaters on the move, that's why, because I have a restriction of 10 million max for the float, and the float here is 19 million. In fact, Ruth, that's a good question. I mean, I would never, ever start off with a yearly program, a yearly subscription, if you don't know us very well. I mean, it's the perfect time with the nice 25% off. You can try us, standard for a month. It may not be your cup of tea. You may not like it. So if you don't like it, then that's it. You just say you don't want to continue on, and that's it. All right, everybody. Any more questions? We're getting close to the end of the market today. Okay, well, Newell, yeah, new subscribers, keep coming into the room. Ask me questions. Okay, I don't see any more questions. Yeah, nice day and a half off for the market. This is when I'm an American for a day and a half with the U.S. holidays. Hey, you're more than welcome, Mike. Wow, Zaya in a nice little move at the end of the day. Look at that move. All right, guys, we're almost done here in terms of the market being open. As I say, I'll stick around if there are questions, but if there are no questions, obviously I'm going to take off. $30 days. No, don't. No, Joe, don't email me. I'd rather answer you right here. So it's 30 days. So that'll go. If you get it today, then it'll run till August 2nd. Okay. Well, all I can tell you is this: is that the reason SNNA did not show up as an example in the low floaters on the move. Here's the float, 19 million. I have a max of 10 million in this window. That's typically the reason. If you're asking, why something doesn't show up, it's typically because there's a filter in there that's restricting it. Okay. Probably, yeah. Why not? I mean, the market's not. I mean, you can still use trade ideas. I use trade ideas all weekend. Because you can still do preparation work, see what stocks might be setting up for the next day, things like that. But yeah, I mean, you can certainly wait till Friday. All right, market is now closed. All right, everybody, I don't see any more questions, so I will begin the process of, yeah, what a day. What a great, I have to laugh. I mean, I see all sorts of, the market will be dead today, half a day before a holiday, et cetera, et cetera. We've seen it time and again. Thanksgiving, the same thing. You get that day and a half off, that half day. I'm telling you, with our program, we always find stuff to trade. So All right, everybody. So again, for all my American friends out there, happy 4th of July. We will see you Friday morning. I'll open the room at 9 o'clock sharp. So have a great day and a half off. I'm going to shut the room down now.